Thomas and the Bumpy Ride. It was a busy time on the island of Sodor. The engines were helping the builders make the old rolling river bridge as good as new again. Rocky the crane engine was lifting heavy bricks with his strong crane arm. Thomas was at the building yard to collect the last load of bricks for the bridge. "You must be very careful," the Fat Controller told Thomas. "These are special bricks. They are the only ones we have." "Yes, sir," promised Thomas, and he chugged slowly out of the yard. Before long, Thomas saw a signal ahead. Stanley was waiting there. Thomas put on his brakes, but they made a loud squeak. "Oh dear, Thomas, your brakes don't sound good," puffed Stanley. "Shall I take a load for you?" "No, thank you, Stanley," said Thomas. "I don't need any help." The signal changed, and Thomas steamed away. Further ahead was a bumpy piece of track. Thomas put on his brakes, and this time the squeak was louder. Thomas bumped and bounced along much too fast. He was so worried about his squeaky brakes that he didn't notice when some of the bricks fell off his flatbed. Next, Thomas passed Gordon on a hill. "Slow down, Thomas!" Gordon warned. But Thomas couldn't slow down. He raced into a siding and hit the bumpers with a big bump. More bricks bounced off the flatbed. Thomas set off again, as slowly as he could. He didn't know he'd lost more special bricks. When Thomas reached the bridge, his brakes stopped working altogether. With a bang and a crash, Thomas clanked over the edge. The last few bricks fell from his flatbed. You've lost all the bricks, Thomas," said the foreman. "This is a disaster." Rocky had to help Thomas back onto the rails. Thomas felt very silly. When Stanley steamed in, Thomas said sorry. "I should have let you help me before," he puffed. "Don't worry," said Stanley kindly. We'll go to all the places on your journey until we found all the bricks." And after an engineer had fixed Thomas's brakes, that's just what they did. Before long, Thomas and Stanley had collected all the special bricks. Buffer to buffer, they set off for the bridge. Very slowly. They didn't want another bumpy ride. "My brakes are as good as new," said Thomas. "And soon the bridge will be too," smiled Stanley.